Hi! Thank you very much for tuning back in. My name is Bonnie. In my channel, I talk about my houseplant and my Hoyas. Today, it is another episode of Hoya Bloom series. And the featured Hoya is a Hoya that I wanted to see the flower in real life ever since I bought it. This probably applied for all of the Hoyas that I got. So yes, this is in fact also a special one because I have posted a picture of this flower bloom on my Instagram recently, and this is one of the most liked flower that I posted on Instagram. So I think a lot of you will be interested to see how I have the flowering experience of this Hoya. This Hoya has a fuzzy corolla, but glossy corona. This one here is Hoya Thomsonii with pink flowers. The flowers are incredible. I would say it is one of the most pretty flower that I have seen. Not saying the other flower that I showed you aren't pretty, but this one is very beautiful. The way that it's structured, the way that it hang down on this nice Thomsonii is just incredible. So I will start with the first part as I always do. I'm going to show you this one on the side so you won't get bored to just see my face. So start off with the first question. How long does it take to have the first peduncle formed? The first peduncle actually formed around 3 to 4 months ago. I noted that is something looks like this one over here. If you see this peduncle. However, that peduncle that first formed did not grow further. It just stayed there. So I think it gone into dormancy for the first peduncle that has formed. And move on to the second part. What is the peduncle formation process? So this flower that you see right here, that is a peduncle that formed after I owned it for a year, almost a year. And that particular peduncle started off like this one, as you can see in the video. It started off like a very, very fuzzy peduncle. It's different from other ones because particularly for Thomsonii buds, it starts off really, really hairy. And you can see in the reference here, it is growing very small, tiny dot in the very tip in the first week. And then in the second week, you see that the buds on the tip of the peduncle slowly grow larger and rounder. And in the third week, it grows much larger compared to the first week. And just like other flower of Hoyas that I've experienced, during the third to the fourth week of the peduncle formation, it just speed up super much. Ever since it has reached week 3, I can see the bud grow significantly larger by day. And then in the fourth week, now you see that this peduncle has opened up and flowered. You also can see that in the close-up. It's a really nice flower, as you can see. Then we move on to the flower shape. I am so happy that I managed to provide the environment that Hoya Thomsonii flowered during summertime. It is the end of the summer, so it's almost approaching autumn. So people say that for the pink version, it flower mostly in autumn time. But you can see that the corolla is not completely white, but it has that kind of pink on the very end in the tip. And you also see that it has a really big corona. And compared to my thumb, or compared to my finger, one flower is like one size of my finger. So the entire umbel, maybe I show you this one on the bottom, it's easier. It is really large. It is a handful of flowers, as you can see here. The flowers are very, very beautiful. And also you can see that it has some kind of fuzz on the edge of the corolla. And for the corona, I would say it looks very similar to Mathilde or Serpent's flower, but the shape and the transition between white and pink, it's just speechless. It's one of the most pretty flower, I would say, I've seen in Hoyas. And also the combination of the pink transition, that makes it very, very unique. This one is slightly more pink, as you can see, this one here, compared to the one up here. This one is more white, but both of them are just really, really beautiful. I hope you enjoy the close-up, which I really enjoy seeing and looking at it in real life. Now let's move on to this another part, the scent. Let's see. Oh. I tell you, the scent of Hoya Thomsonii pink is super strong. So strong that I remember the first day when it flowered, I didn't see the flower at first. Instead, I smelt it. When I enter my room, I just open my entrance door and then I immensely smelt very strong floral scent. I would say the floral scent is kind of similar to Mathilde, but it took the good part of Mathilde, because Mathilde has that kind of Chinese medicine smell in the first place, but then it gradually turned into floral scent, and this one is the very good floral scent face of Mathilde, I would say. And for some reason, I kind of resemble it with Hoya Mathilde a little bit in the fuzziness of the corolla. And also the corona is very similar in my opinion. Then we move on to the flowering duration. Today is the 4th day this one has opened. I still see it is strongly attached. I will leave the description in this video to tell you how long it has flowered for. Hopefully it could flower for a week plus, so then I can see this beautiful flower for longer, and it just immensely make my home smell very floral. And let's move on to the Peduncle Nature. This peduncle, I can confirm it could be rebuttable, because I can see some buds is trying to form in the existing bud that tried to push out buds, but in the end dried up. But they keep trying, so then I'm sure that the existing peduncle can reflower over and over again. It's just super pleasant to see how nice it is. Then we move on to the bonus part of this video of the tips of flowering Thomsonii. Actually, before me telling you this tip, I also heard that from Doug from Vermont Hoya. He mentioned that the trick to flower Thomsonii is to provide a shorter period of light for them, because Thomsonii normally flower during autumn time, and because there's a transition between summer and autumn, the light duration has significantly reduced during summer and autumn. So what I accidentally did is during my holiday, I reduced the duration of my grow light for 4 hours. I shortened it for 4 hours so that I can save energy, and also I can reduce the need of water for this plant to photosynthesize. And because of that accident that I made, the flower bud actually grow larger and larger. So I think it does have connection between the supply of light. If you shorten the light supply, potentially the bud will start pushing out. I heard this the first time from Doug, as I mentioned. I kind of did it by accident, and it worked. Then we move on to the care tips. For this one, I placed it in my Millsbow cabinet. It only received artificial light. I have it for around, let me think. First, I had the light duration from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. And then I reduced it to 6 p.m. So there is a 4 hours reduction of light. And with regard to the temperature, it is pretty warm. I would say it's between 20 to 33 Celsius degree. And for the humidity, it's between 60 to 85% of humidity. For watering, I keep it in the self-watering pot. This one is also a DIY one. The concept is exactly the same as the DIY pot tutorial that I provide in the channel as well, so you can check that out if you want to understand how this one is created. So yeah, that's everything I know and I did to Hoya Thomsonii in the past year. I got this one in August, as I mentioned, and I got the flower in a year. I'm very happy this turned out really nice, and it's a really prolific grower and super hairy Hoya as well. If you have any question with regard to the care tips or the flowering environment, please leave your comment down below so we can discuss further. If you have any care tips of Hoya Thomsonii under your condition, please also leave your experience in the comment box down below. If you like this video and you want to support me and tell me this is the type of content that you want to continuously see, please be generous enough to like this video and share this video with your friends. If you like this content and you also don't want to miss out next time, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out next time. Until next time, I wish everyone is having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.